You know, some people don't want to camp because it just seems like too much work. Well, it can be a lot of work. But often you're doing it at views like this one. And I also wouldn't say too much work. Sure, you have to deal with the food barrel, the lifting of, and struggling with the food barrel, the smile through the pain, and the carrying of the food barrel. Chopping wood, sawing wood. But, well, I kind of like these things. Rather than lying in your bed in the morning, at home, staring at your phone. Out here, you wake up to this. Maybe you need to do the mundane task of getting the water filter going in the morning. But none of it's so bad.
Hi, Daddy.
Good morning, buddy. This is our water filter.
Cool.
When you've got a helper. Ready?
What's that?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little tricky. Is that a little tricky?
Yes.
Good boy.
Yay.
Yay. Let me take it over here. What are you doing, Nick?
Packing and day pack.
Because what are we doing today?
Going to the
Mountain.
We're going to the crack.
Yes. We're going to hike a mountain today, Silas? You see, everything you do out here, you do it together. You rely on each other to get it done. And this is true of the mundane, everyday tasks of gathering wood, water collection, even paddling.
To our site.
And depending on each other for these little things prepares the team to depend on each other for the big things too, when things can and eventually do go wrong. And when you depend on other people,
Nice paddling.
it strengthens the bonds between them.
Awesome.
So, in the end, doing all that hard work together isn't so bad after all.
Let's see.
Good job, Silas.
I want to see those whirlpools.
Look at the big muscles on this guy.
Amazing.
And it's about balance too. A balance of extremes. It's not just all hard work. Enduring the hardness of the work, suffering the wet and cold of a hailstorm, canoeing for hours against the wind, seeming hardly to move against the white-capped waves. Well, these are all balanced out by moments of quietness and observation of the simplest and most beautiful things. Like a classic Loon Party. Once in a while, you'll see loons come from all over the place and gather together on one lake. Nobody knows exactly why. I think they're just social animals. They too like to be together and rely on each other to get the job done. Or maybe it's just to have fun together. Like us.
What are they doing?
That was so funny.
What are those guys doing?
I don't know. Maybe they're doing this.
And what are they doing with their wings? That was so
And
funny.
these are all shared experiences too. Where are we going?
Crack.
What's the crack?
A big mountain that we're gonna climb.
All right,
Actually, it's Mount Everest.
let's go.
I'd rather have this one. Oh, this one. This is fighting back. Okay, Mom? You never fight back again.
And the pendulum swings again. And although it wasn't caught on tape, the boys cut their hands up pretty good by dragging them against some sharp grasses as they walked. There were some tears, and a good deal of blood bubbling up from their wounds. But these soon dried up, both the tears and the blood. And well, you know what they say. What doesn't kill you.
Only use one arm.
Oh, why can you only use one arm?
My thumb.
What happened to your thumb?
It got scraped on the grass, and now it's bleeding a lot.
Oh man. I just love our kids. And through the sum of all these experiences in the outdoors, they've built up a heavy resiliency to the kinds of things that might make other kids give up,
Love
like
you, Dad.
bad weather,
Love you, bud.
hard work, and pain. Don't get me wrong.
He's just gonna have a little break and catch up to us.
There are times when they need a rest. There are times when they need to slow down. And times when they feel like giving up. But they never do. And the crack is definitely a hike that'll make you sweat.
Attaboy.
See you later, Beckett. Be careful at the top, bud.
It's nice moves. Good job, Silas. Whoa. We're getting there. Yeah.
Hey, Beckett, you're on the top of the mountain.
Hey guys, can you see where we gotta go? Where's the end?
Way up there.
All right, boys, get her done. You guys are killing it. Killing it.
It is the crack.
Hi, Silas.
Look at this! Wow. It's nice and cool.
What is my superpower?
Would you like it to be? You almost say goodbye to him.
Okay, you want to let him go, bud?
I think I should let him under a leaf. I'll put him under this leaf.
Okay.
There you go, little
That's
guy.
a good spot. Bye-bye, little toad.
That one there?
On the bottom.
I was really proud of my little guys.
Well, it's fine.
for hiking the crack. Not only did they succeed, but they triumphed.
Oh, I'm sinking.
They seemed to have a boundless energy. Mom and Dad were pooped,
That's great.
Mommy's really hamming it up for the camera here.
but we were running out of wood, and there wasn't much at the campsite. So Nicole got out and hauled some beached deadwood into the canoe.
Know what to
And that should just about do us for the rest of the trip, I'd say.
Push it as far in as you can. Now, get in there. She doesn't have to paddle if she doesn't want to. Now, just be careful because we're going to be a little off balance. Huh? All right, you ready?
It's not just the kids.
Okay.
Nicole's getting in on it too.
So just hold it still and soft.
You know, one of the things I love most about her is she hasn't fallen for society telling her she can't do something because she's a woman. In fact, she's excited to learn every aspect of backcountry camping,
Saw in the middle.
especially the hard physical stuff.
Anyway,
So, I teach her a little bit about how to saw wood.
okay, you're doing really short strokes. Try slow and long.
How to do it efficiently.
It's just getting stuck.
Yep.
How to do it safely.
More pressure with your gloved hand.
She loves it.
Can I do it like that?
Sure you can.
Like you run around.
There we go.
And now she's really whet her appetite. So, she grabs the axe too.
Yeah, girl. Take your lower hand and put it. Yep. Go.
And I'm starting to realize here that our family's going to be an unbeatable team out here.
That's a big one.
And teaching Nicole gives me some ideas of what we can do together tomorrow with the boys. But for now, it's time to cook dinner. And on the menu tonight is some fire-sizzled wood-smoked steak, marinated chicken, roasted potatoes, and corn roasted right on the coals, husks on. So, rather than go to a beachfront resort, why do I do this? You might say, why not just sit at a beach in Cuba and be served margaritas by the pool? It's far more relaxing. Well, I suppose it is, in a sense. Although I can't say the food is much better.
Oh, not around here, there's not.
But when the vacation to Cuba is over, well, it's over.
There are.
You go back to work, and after a few days, it feels like nothing's changed. So, a typical vacation just doesn't scratch my itch. And to sit on a beach all day sipping margaritas, to splash around in a hotel pool, well, sure, it's relaxing. It's also boring. You're not really experiencing much, are you? Just loud boredom. But out here, in the quiet of the backcountry, adventure's always just around the next bend of the river. You're constantly assessing risk and making choices based on relative measures of safety and efficiency. And there's always something to be done. And every great achievement, every menial chore, is an opportunity to strengthen the bonds between the people who depend on you, as you depend on them. And
All right.
that's one of the reasons I come out here. It's not just about the beauty and peace that the wilderness brings to you. It's also about the people you bring to the wilderness. And unlike a typical vacation, these kinds of experiences have a lasting effect, so that when you return from an adventure in the backcountry, you're never quite the same person who left.